Some people learn to survive by becoming emotionally agreeable, and some people learn to survive by needing no one. This is where hyper independence begins, not as strength but as emotional protection. In the previous episode, we explored people pleasing and how the emotional self adapts to preserve attachment through approval. But sometimes the emotional self reaches a different conclusion. Depending on others is unsafe. Needing people creates disappointment. Vulnerability creates pain. Relying on others leads to emotional instability. And slowly, the nervous system begins associating self reliance with safety. Hyperindependence is often misunderstood from the outside. It can appear strong, capable, emotionally self sufficient, highly functional. But internally, many hyperindependent people do not feel safe depending on others emotionally. Because somewhere earlier need was connected with disappointment or emotional inconsistency or rejection. A child may learn that emotional needs are ignored, minimized, dismissed, or become emotionally overwhelming for others. So the emotional self adapts. It stops asking, stops leaning, stops expecting support. And eventually, the emotional self begins believing, I will handle everything alone. This is why many hyper independent people struggle to receive help, struggle to ask for support, struggle to emotionally soften. Not because they do not care about connection, but because vulnerability no longer feels safe. And often, the deepest fear underneath hyper independence is not needing too little. It is the fear of depending and being emotionally let down. So the nervous system stays prepared, emotionally self contained, emotionally guarded, emotionally over responsible. And after years of survival, hyper independence can begin feeling like identity. This is why some people feel uncomfortable receiving care, feel guilty needing support, feel emotionally exposed when someone helps them, because dependence still feels connected to emotional risk. And eventually, the emotional self becomes exhausted not from weakness but from carrying life alone emotionally. Healing does not mean becoming dependent. It means learning that connection can exist without emotional danger. That support does not automatically create disappointment. That vulnerability is not weakness. That receiving is not loss of control. And perhaps one of the most powerful healing movements is allowing yourself to stop surviving everything alone, because hyper independence was never emotional freedom. It was protection created by a nervous system that stopped believing that emotional support was safe. And healing begins the moment the emotional self realizes that being supported does not make it weak. In the next episode, we will explore the emotional cost of always being strong and what happens when survival turns emotional strength into emotional exhaustion.